I just came across the video, man.
Shot and killed her.
That video is still in your Google, man.
From camera footage.
Shortly before Derek Chauvin's verdict was read, a black teenager in Ohio was shot and killed by police who were responding to reports of an attempted stabbing. Laura Podesta joins us now with more details on that. Laura, do we know who made that call to police?
It was you and Swan. You played the track.
Good morning, Anne-Marie. At this point, police are not saying who made that call, but Makiya Bryant's mother, the victim's mother, spoke to our CBS affiliate in Columbus, Ohio, and said that it was her daughter who called 911 before police responded and shot and killed her. Now, we're going to show you body camera footage from that police response, and we want to warn you, it's disturbing.
Officials in Columbus, Ohio released body camera footage just hours after a black teenager in the city was shot and killed by an officer. Columbus police say they were responding to a 911 caller who said someone was trying to stab them.
We think it's critically important to share as much information as possible.
Police say 16-year-old Makiya Bryant was trying to stab two people with a knife. The officer fires and Bryant falls to the ground. The teen was later pronounced dead at the hospital.
Deadly force can be used to protect yourself or the protection of a third person. So that is within the policy, and that was within the law. That is what the law says. Whether this complies with that will be part of that investigation.
But that claim of protection of the two other women did not stop protesters from taking to the streets into the night to demand justice for Bryant's life. Officials are calling for calm while the incident is investigated. It's unclear who started the initial fight or who called police.
Makiya Bryant's mother also told our CBS affiliate in Columbus that she'd last seen Makiya on Thursday when she told her that she had just made honor roll at her school.
Wow. So Laura, you know, we can tell that it's a pretty chaotic situation when you look at the video, and as you point out in your story, there are a lot of details that are simply unclear at this point. What is sort of a departure from other cases that we've seen is that police have already released the surveillance video or the body cam video. Do we know why they released it so early, and when we can expect more details about this incident?
Well, Anne-Marie, they clearly want this investigation to be very transparent, and that's why they released that video so quickly. Just a few hours later, they said they weren't able to release even more because they have to blur out the faces of the minors in that video. So they just wanted to get the crux of that video where it shows Makiya being shot out to the public as soon as possible. And perhaps that was to prevent potential violent protests in the streets, because perhaps the police believe that that video shows it was a justified use of force. We will learn much more about this investigation in the days ahead. Right now, the officer that shot Makiya, he has been taken off the force, off patrol, I should say, while this investigation is completed. Anne-Marie.
All right, Laura Podesta, thank you so much, Laura.
Around 2 p.m. local time Sunday, police pulled over Wright. The police chief says they stopped Dante Wright because he had an expired registration on his license plate. The release footage begins minutes into the stop and shows police walking up to the car, and then Wright is seen stepping out of his vehicle. Police then tried to take Wright into custody after discovering he has an outstanding warrant. The video shows Wright begins to resist as cuffs are placed on him, and he gets back into the vehicle.
As I watch the video and listen to the officer's commands, it is my belief that the officer had the intention to deploy their taser, but instead shot Mr. Wright with a single bullet. This appears to me, from what I've viewed and the officer's reaction and distress immediately after, that this was an accidental discharge that resulted in the tragic death of Mr. Wright. The officer is currently on administrative leave.
Wright drove several blocks before hitting another vehicle, according to police. Police and medical personnel attempted life-saving measures following the crash, but Wright died at the scene. Wright's mother, Katie, told CNN affiliate Care TV she was on the phone with her son before the shooting. It's unclear to CNN how Katie Wright knew police had hung up the phone. Protests erupted in a suburb outside Minneapolis in the aftermath of the shooting. Hundreds taking to the streets Sunday night, clashing with police. The National Guard was also on the scene. The situation turned violent. Crowds marching toward the police department swarmed police cars and started destroying them. Police moved in to disperse the crowds. The chief of police also said bricks and frozen soda cans were thrown at officers, injuring one who was taken to the hospital. And while one group stayed at the police department, a second group of protesters went to a strip mall where businesses were broken into and looted.
We recognize that this couldn't have happened at a worse time.
The city of Brooklyn Center is only about 10 miles from where former police officer Derek Chauvin is on trial for the killing of George Floyd. The chief of police says he released the footage to be transparent and became emotional when I asked what was on his heart.
I'm the leader of this department. They expect me to lead, to create a safe city. That's what I'm trying to do. So that's it. Okay? And yeah, I'm emotional.
Adrian, for the officer who shot Dante Wright, what is their status in the department? Are they still on active duty?
The officer who shot Dante Wright is on administrative leave, but members of the community are calling for her to be fired, and they're also asking, they say demanding, the chief of police in Brooklyn Center resign.
Wright's aunt spoke in an incredibly compelling interview with our colleague Don Lemon about her nephew, about what happened to him. Her words are nothing short of heartbreaking. Watch this.
Everybody's hurt. This is a young man that had life in front of him. He had a son. How can I explain that? I can't explain it. My family is hurt. You've seen his mother. And for 1 minute, y'all don't forget that my brother, he's there as well, his father. This is not a broken home. This is not a broken home. They've been together over 23 years. Over 23 years, they've been together. My brother has been there. Please do not disregard his feelings because my brother is in pain.
What went through your mind when you heard the police chief say that the officer fired the gun by mistake? She intended to use her taser.
You don't want to know. You really don't want to know what I felt. Right or blue. But I'm going to tell you like this. And then next, right. You know the difference from a fully loaded pistol versus a stun gun. You know the difference. And if you're a police officer, you should know that. I think that camera, I saw she held that gun out in front of her for a little while. You mean to tell me she didn't see it? But let me ask y'all something. How would y'all feel if y'all got the call that was your nephew, if that was your son, if that was your brother? How would y'all feel? And then to sit here and people are trying to drag my nephew's name through the dirt, it don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. He didn't deserve to die. My nephew was a damn good kid. He loved his family and we loved him. Accident? An accident? No, come on now. Everybody in this world saw that gun. You mean to tell me you thought it was a taser? I've owned over a 20,000 volt taser. They don't feel nothing like a gun. Nothing like a...
go.
A
Let's
stun
go.
gun
Let's get
from a
busy.
gun.
Let's
You
go.
don't
Let's go.
mistake
Let's go.
that.
Let's go.
If I made a mistake like that, I'll be in the jail cell. They'll be trying to put me under it.
Oh my God. I hope you guys are ready today because we're going to be going in it today. My man Jay is here. I'm here. K. Joe is here. I hope you guys are ready to have a good time today. It's going to be on and popping tonight. It's so much to talk about. It's so much to get into. My hat is not even straight right now. You know what I'm saying? I got to get my hat straight. Listen, I know some of you guys are new. We're trying a new platform. We're here on YouTube. We're new too. We thank you for joining us tonight. I know it's a serious conversation, but guess what? We're going to have a good time anyway. We're going to enjoy each other. We're going to talk. We're going to talk about serious situations. We're also going to laugh and have a good time about some other stuff. Listen, welcome to the King David Jordan Show. Man, it's going to be crazy tonight. I hope you guys are ready. I know I'm ready. I hope we're going through live. We had some internet trouble, so we had to come back and revamp and hit it again. But we are here. That's right. We are here. That's right. We are here. Your boy King Joe. And I went on my man J-Rod to come. He was just on, but oh no, he's having some issues. He's having some technical difficulties tonight, which is amazingly funny to me that he's having, at this point, he's having some technical difficulties. So I think that's crazy. So, yo, I hope you guys are ready. We're going to definitely come in tonight and just do some great stuff tonight. It's your boy, King Joe. King Joe. Yeah, I hope everybody's having a great day. I know I am. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so we had a lot of stuff going on over the days. Now, if we sit here and we talk about what really happened over the weekend, I think a lot of people have been feeling some type of way about some of the stuff that has been transpiring over the time that we've done what we've done. You know what I'm saying? Over the time. Now, yesterday started out as a day of truly a joyous occasion especially for my people. And the reason why it was such a joyous occasion, people don't understand why it was a joyous occasion. The reason why it was such a joyous occasion was because we finally felt like we won one, right? I don't know anybody. I don't know, even though I'm very conservative in my thoughts, and a lot of times I'm very religious, and I'm very conservative in my thoughts. I'm covering them guns up a little bit. I'm very conservative in my thoughts. At the end of the day, you know, we felt, I think the biggest conservative for people was happy with the verdict of guilty of Chayvin over the Floyd case, right? So I think all of us was happy with the verdict, right? Chayvin getting guilty. I hope I'm saying his name right. Who cares if I'm saying his name right? He's a murderer. No, I'm just lying. He's found guilty. So I think we're all happy about that. I think we're all happy. Let me calm down because I'm too excited. I think we're all happy about it. I think we're all happy about the fact that it seemed as if my people, it seemed like as if righteousness, it seemed like they got it right? It seemed as if they got it correct this time. And while this is going on, while all this is happening, news breaks that there's been another shooting. Now, while all this is going on, I get a text. And you guys know that I'm always getting texts and different things like that. I get a message and they say, "Oh man," I'm looking on my phone and they say, "It's happened to us again. I can't believe it's happening on this day." And I was like, what are they talking about? What are you talking about? What do you mean it's happening on this day? They say, I can't believe this is happening. We just got the guilty verdict in the Floyd case where Chayvin he's going to jail. And now this happens, right? So now this happens, which is just crazy. And he's like, man, we can't stop. We can't be happy for a second. Because as soon as we get happy for a second, guess what happens? It goes down again. Right? And I think J-Rod's having some issues with connecting. It may be me tonight, because my internet has been acting crazy tonight. So I hope you guys I hope I'm coming through clearly and not choppy. You know what I'm saying? Let me check and see, make sure I'm coming through. Am I coming through clearly? Let me know. Thumbs up if I'm coming through clearly. And yeah, I'm definitely coming through cheerly. I'm definitely coming through cheerly, so I think that's him in the bad neighborhood. So we sit here and we're rejoicing, and it seems as if we can't relax for a simple second. It seems like we can't relax for a simple minute without getting news that another one of our own has been killed. And when I hear the news, and when my friends are telling me, say, yo, Joe, like King, man, like, and, you know, I can't believe, you know, we were celebrating George Floyd. We're celebrating the conviction of Chayvin. So we're celebrating the fact that, hey, we finally got one. Things are starting to look up. Things are starting to change. Hopefully, people can now see the repercussions and see the consequences. Hopefully, police reform can start. And I would say within the hour, it breaks about, well, initially they said it was a 15-year-old was shot in Columbus, Ohio. And when I heard it, I said, a girl? I was like, yeah, this is a girl, man. And then this is what bothers me a lot of times about, and we have to be very careful about narratives, right? And about false narratives. Because this is the way the enemy normally works. If he can't stop you, my mother told me this a long time ago. She said, if he can't stop you from getting to the point, he'll push you past the point, right? And normally the things that happen that makes us, what tempts us the most are things that we consider really blessings, right? So when we see those blessings, those things really kind of tempt us and tempts our relationship and our trust to God. So sometimes we get the big head. We start feeling ourselves because, hey, we had some things going in our favor. And when this happened, it was initially like, okay, cool. This is happening in our favor. This is a great job. This is dope. You know what I'm saying? We're starting to get reform, and I'd be doggone within an hour, they're like, hey, man, it's happened again. And this time it's a 16-year-old girl. And my heart sunk. When the news came out, my heart sunk. Literally sunk. And I was like, wow, this can't be happening. And it's like, yes, King is a 16-year-old girl this time. And I was definitely just disappointed. Right? I was disappointed that this had happened. And I instantly was in my feelings that this had happened. And I was like, no, this can't be right. This definitely can't be right. This can't be. And that's all I was saying was, this can't be the case. This can't be what they're talking about. This can't be it. Right? And that was initially what I was saying. This can't be it. And the more I got the news, I started seeing different people, and I was getting upset. And then something said, okay. And this is what I try to tell my people a lot of times, even on Facebook, even on social media. I try to tell people this all the time. And what I try to tell them is, at the end of the day, that we have to, at the end of the day, I tell people all the time that at the end of the day, there's definitely some issues where we have to wait and be patient, right? Because if we're not patient, a lot of times when we're going through this situation, a lot of times when we're going through the hurt, the trials, and the tribulations that we often have, a lot of times when we're doing that, you know what I'm saying, we overreact. And a lot of times what I've noticed too, a lot with my friends, a lot of my friends also, is that when this happens, they go ahead and they link themselves to a narrative. And a lot of times it's emotional because we see stuff that comes on and we're really emotional about what's going on. And at the end of the day, it's like, okay, I'm really emotional and I am attached to this. So we respond because we're responding out of emotion. You get what I'm saying? So we respond because not because, we really don't know what's really happened. But it's like, this is the worst thing that could possibly happen. And we're responding out of our emotion. So we respond and we link ourselves to something. We either go on social media, we either go to different situations, and we link ourselves to certain things. And without really knowing what really is going on, we haven't heard all the evidence. We haven't seen all the footage. We haven't seen everything. All we know is a 15-year-old black girl was shot by a white police officer. And when we hear that, we instantly start thinking about our own children. And we start thinking about how that could be us. And we start thinking about the history of violence, the history of being taken advantage of, the history of not being treated fairly by police. And it's easy for us to feel some type of way and get emotional. And I understand it. I do. But the one thing that we have, and I said this on the last video when we was talking about the young man getting killed. I said last video, the one thing that we have is we have an issue. The one thing we have is we have to be cognitive that certain people are looking for us to overreact. Right? We have to be knowledgeable that certain people are looking to justify. And one thing that we have a lot of times when we have these situations here is that we have the stance of righteousness. That's why I got mad when we went out there and we started looting and doing all those things and protesting and stuff with the Floyd. Now some people say, well, that's why we won because George Floyd, that's why we won because we burned, we rioted, and that's how we had to win because it wasn't no way they was gonna say not guilty because it went. No. I think the general consensus was that the police officer abused his authority. It doesn't matter if it's white, black, even Donald Trump said that. Right? So it wasn't like we had like this, it wasn't like they had a big, everybody saw that and it was so obvious and it was caught on tape and it was 7 minutes. Everybody kind of said, yo, this is abuse of authority. Right? Everybody said this is abuse of authority. My man J-Rod's calling in. So everybody consistently said this is abuse of authority. So that was a consistent thing. So we had the righteous, that's why I got mad when we protest, because we had the righteous standpoint. We had the righteous situation going on there. And we was righteous. So when the George Floyd verdict came out, everybody was happy. Because we're so used to not catching things our way. I think the last time we caught it was like OJ. The last time we caught it, Jay, was OJ, right? So we're so used to not having things our way and not having the things to go the way that we want them to, that at the end of the day, when something actually goes correct, we're happy. We're happy. So I'm sitting here and I'm having a great time, Jay. I'm sitting here and I'm enjoying myself, and I get the news that a 15-year-old black girl is killed by a cop, and I'm instantly like, nah, not again. No, it can't happen again. Right? Can't, not right now. We just won one. Right? We just won. Not now. Can't be right now. We just won one. And that's the first thing that came to my mind. Not again. We just won one. And I started looking at, and like I said, like I always do, Jay, if you notice me, you can attest to this. I don't really jump to conclusions when it comes to this. I stop.
You go for the facts.
Right. I stop and I try to dig, and then off of what I see, off the facts that I see, I make an opinion. I formulate an opinion based upon facts, not emotions. Because what I found out is when you're emotional, you can make mistakes. When I used to play football, they used to tell me in football, they said, hey, I had a dude, I was playing at Savannah State, we was at Jacksonville Stadium. I played at HBCU, right? So we was at Jacksonville Stadium, we was playing, I think, who were we playing? Was it Bethune-Cookman? We was playing Bethune-Cookman. And I had a horrible game, and we was driving. I was driving to win the game, and the defensive line, we made a play, was down at the goal line. The guy spit in my face. And when he spit in my face, I lost it. I lost all ambition, right? I was already having a bad game. And then on top of that, this man, to add insult to injury, he spits in my face. And I lost my cool. And I got a flag, 15 yards. We was going down the street, and I went after him. And I got a flag, 15 yards. And my coach said, listen, man, you can't allow your emotions to allow you to make a mistake like that. I was like, coach, you spit in my face. That's the most despicable thing a man can do. He said, you can't allow your emotions to have you making mistakes. Especially when we're about to score. Guess what? We didn't score. We lost the game. I think it was like 14-7. It was like 14-6 or something like that. 14-7. That could have been the tying touchdown. Why? Because I got emotional. And what happened was when the news of Makiya Bryant came out, it was a shock, and everybody got emotional, and they went to jump to conclusions. So I was seeing posts all on that. I was seeing posts. I was saving posts. Like I was seeing, because I knew, I was like, man, too many people talking about it. And I was like, I ain't this. This is different. Like this can't be happening right now. So I was listening to people post. I was listening to people saying what they're saying, and I said, okay, it's like he just shot this little 15-year-old girl. And when I hear a lot of people saying the same thing, I really start questioning Jay. Maybe that's a character flaw of mine. Well, if I see the crowd going this way, and it's not an explosion or something, you know what I'm saying? When I see the crowd go that way, I'm questioning it. I'm looking around like, what in the world? What's going on? And that's what I was doing when I heard this. The first thing I started doing was start questioning it, and I started saying, man, what in the world is going on? What's really going on? So I waited, and a couple of hours later, guess what happened? The police released, they did a press conference, or Columbus, Ohio did a press conference, and they showed the video. And when they showed the video, I said, they got us. So the focus was taken off of the fact that we just won the first part of the George Floyd case. Now we're still gonna wait on the sentencing, right? To see how bad the sentencing is. But the focus is on, hey, we won one. And like that, the media had changed it to narrative, nah, get y'all back in your place. So I was like, wow, this is crazy. And I went and did my research, and when I saw my research, I saw that it was false. I was seeing the outrage starting to build. I was seeing the fire starting to build. And I did my research. I watched the video. I watched the body cam. And I saw different angles. And I went and I started going on people's posts. And I started saying the people that I know are righteous, the people that I know really heart is in the right place. Right? But I went, Jay, and when I went to the post, I started saying, hey, listen, I don't know about this one. I said, I don't know if this is what, I don't know if this is one of the ones that we want to sit here and make a real big deal about. And the more I looked at it again and the more I studied it, I said, hey, I kind of agree with what the police officer did in this. The more I looked at it and I did research, I said, hey, if you really look at the video, and I started noticing, Jay, this is what I started noticing. I started noticing people weren't watching the video. I started noticing people were just, they wasn't going and they was just taking people's word for it. And see, this is why people get mad at King. Right? Thank y'all for joining the King David Jordan Show. I'm here with the one, the only, the greatest, the baddest, the baddest drama in the land. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the man, Mr. J-Rob. Oh, y'all can be louder than that. Give it up for Mr. J-Rob. There you go. There we go.
In here,
finally. We had started building. Listen, the crazy thing was we had started building numbers, and then COVID hit our internet. We had started building numbers, and COVID hit our internet. So we're coming back. And like I said, we're new here. This is a new show. We're on a new platform. We're trying YouTube. Normally we go on Facebook Live and get views and comments and stuff like that. We're going to YouTube. We're trying to build and establish our YouTube channel here. On YouTube, and it's been a pleasure to come and share content as content creators and share our thoughts and our opinions. Listen, what we're going to give you is the truth. We're going to give you the undivided and unadulterated truth. We're going to let you know our opinions, and sometimes our opinions are not going to agree. Sometimes our opinions are going to be different, but guess what? We're going to respect, and we're going to try to have a conversation, and we're going to try to have dialogue that we can learn and grow from, all right? So that's the purpose of the King David Joe Show. Also, we will be talking about entertainment. We will be talking about sports. We will be talking about current events. We will be talking about religion. We will talk about Bible. We will talk about a lot of stuff, but just know it's all for us to have a dialogue and have a conversation. All right, so we can all grow from it. All right, that's I think we grow from our differences, and we stay along with our likes. You know what I'm saying? We grow from our distances, but we coincide because of what we like and our similarities. Okay, so we coincide because of our similarities, and we grow because of our differences. All right, so this is something that we're working on tonight. We're talking about the Makiya Bryant situation. And Jay, how do you feel about that situation?
It's very unfortunate, man. Very unfortunate. We lost another kid. And I couldn't imagine being in that family or being that officer right now. What do you do when you do your job to the best of your ability, to the absolute best of your ability, and you still getting scrutinized? Um,
Wow, that's
this is another rough one, man.
wow. You know what's crazy is that what you just said was just like really, and that's what the show is about tonight. It's to police or not to police. You know what I'm saying? That's you know that's the question. To police, not to police. And I often ask people a question: when is lethal force by a police officer? Is there ever a time for there to be lethal force or a police officer to use lethal force? What do you think, Jay?
According to, I've never been a police officer, but I was a correctional officer. You can use it's which, and there are some similarities. You
I
can
heard
use
some
lethal
stories about
force,
that, bro. I heard some stories about that.
bro. We're gonna leave that in the past. I'm a new creature.
I got you.
Yo, but by law, you can use lethal force if there's gonna be bodily harm to yourself or to prevent bodily harm to someone else.
Wow.
In this case, there was gonna be potential bodily harm to someone else. So what do you do if it's your child? What would you expect if there was gonna be bodily harm or possibly death to your child, and there's someone that can stop that from happening?
Wow. And I think, and this is what I get when I have these discussions with my friends on Facebook, right? And when I hear people have these discussions, I hear people talking, I hear people coming for me and stuff like that. And I posted what I initially posted on Facebook was I said, like I said, as I heard it, I was disappointed. I was upset. I was in my feelings, and I really was didn't know exactly what to do. And but after I saw the video and I saw what people were saying, I said that's why we have to go by case basis, right? That's why we have to go case by case. That's why we can't sit there and go. Sometimes we have to go case by case basis, so we can understand exactly what it is that's going on. I said, yeah, that's why we have to go case by case. In the Floyd case, the officer is guilty. I think that's the overall general consensus. Now, of course, some people think that he's not guilty, but for the overall general
I
consensus,
don't understand that.
well, some people had, I've always said I could have got him off. I thought his lawyer was horrible. I'm kind of glad he was convicted. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I think for our people, we needed that W. You know what I'm saying? But there was definitely some things I felt like the lawyer could have brought up that I didn't hear the lawyer bring up that could have definitely got him off. And I thought he did some of the things that he did. He didn't stay on him long enough. He didn't push long enough. I think they really was trying to get it over with and be done with it. If it's an appeal, I'm pretty sure there'd be a different. I'm pretty sure, wasn't that Chavin, whatever his name is. I'm pretty sure he'll have a different legal team. And I think a more competent lawyer would have had a better chance of getting him off. But like I said, I am glad that, the verdict was what it was, But some people don't feel like he was, you know what I'm saying? Because of some of the things that I know and some of the things that I've seen, some of the things I've done in the research, some people feel like he's not guilty. You know what I'm saying? And I think because this is the issue that I think a lot of people have. The issue that a lot of people have is this: they only go by what the media tells them. They only subscribe to the picture that the media subscribes to them. So when it comes to that, that's the only thing they go by. They only go by what the media tells them. So when it's other stuff and people bring up other stuff, they be like, "No, we didn't hear that. That's not true, or that's a lie, or whatever." And that's not the case. It's just simply that, hey, man, at this point in time, you're only going by what the media has perpetuated to you, and it's not like you're going through something that you really, really, really researched and gone through all the way. And I think that's the issue that a lot of people have, and that's why a lot of people disagree when you bring up certain things. There's a lot of people, because I thought they didn't bring up his past. I didn't think they brought up, the some of the things that happened. I don't even think they brought up the situation with him. I don't think they did a great job of painting that picture, which I respect, because a lot of times the picture that they paint outweighs the facts of the case. You get what I'm saying? But I didn't feel like they painted a good enough picture of who George Floyd really was, right? I feel like I really feel like his lawyer was using kind of kid gloves on it. You know, he did hit the drug thing and stuff like that, but I think it's like you have to go all the way back to the beginning of this past and say what type person this person is to bring that forth, especially in the case where somebody's fighting for their freedom. I mean, all fair and love and war. It's a war, but hey, like I said, I'm happy it went down the way it went down. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not upset, not disappointed. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But some people do believe that he was not guilty. I was looking on Facebook and they had what's his name? Chavin, whatever his name is. Chavin. They had I don't know how to say it. Chavin is like Chavin is innocent, right? There actually was a tag that was trending on Twitter yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So there is a group of people that felt like he was innocent, right?
How is a man innocent that puts his knee on a man's neck for almost 10 minutes?
Like I said, there are some people. The general consensus, Jay, because you try to get me in trouble. The general consensus is that the officer definitely abused his authority. And
Absolutely.
And it led to and the guilty verdict. The jury decided that played a major point in Mr. Floyd's death. So regardless of your opinion, regardless of what you know and don't know, you know what I'm saying, those 12 people, those 12 jurors who supposedly represent, and listen, they had 6 white, they had 4 black, and I think it was 2 mixed, right? So they had 6 white, 4 black, and 2 mixed. So that's actually more of a melting pot that we actually have in America. So
you ever had,
right?
Yeah.
So like they made a decision. I'm with it. Like I have nothing to bet. I'm not against it. I'm not for it. They made the decision. That's our justice legal system. A lot of people celebrated. Some didn't. But it was crazy that in this situation, as soon as, you know, a lot of my people, African American, Black Americans, start celebrating, that news breaks about Mariah. You know what I'm saying? 15-year-old black girl getting shot by a white guy. So it's like, yo, we're going all the way back into this again. And I think that's why it's important that some people were saying, like Shannon Sharp said today, it's important that we recognize there's still a lot of work that has to be done when it comes to equality with treatment of black people with law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I think there's still a long way to go. But the issue that I have is this, and this is what I was saying on Facebook. The issue I have on Facebook is, this is what I was saying on Facebook. It didn't matter. If you see what I said on Facebook, what I posted on Facebook is this. I said, yeah, that's why you go case by case. In the Floyd case, the officer is guilty. But in the Makiya Bryant shooting, so far, the footage shows the officer's quick thinking and excellent shooting may have saved another girl's life. Right? And what did I say that for? Because, boy, as soon as I said that, they came out in droves. So you know what I'm saying, Jay? The comments came like, what? What little 40? Oh Lord, they came out in droves. I'm trying not to show anybody's face or anybody because I don't have the permission to do that. But their comments came out in droves, man. And we're gonna read some of the comments. We're definitely gonna read some of the comments of what people were saying in this. So we're gonna go. Oh yeah. I'm not letting them off the hook. Because I'm saying some stupid stuff. How do you feel about it, Jay? You saw the video. You know what? Let's play a little bit of the video of what happened. And, you know, and this is when I saw this, when I saw the actual video, and I'm not going to show her actually dying out of respect to her and respect to her family. But when I saw the actual video, this is how I felt. Let's play it. This is the actual video.
Fires and Bryant falls to the ground. The teen was later pronounced dead at the hospital.
Deadly force can be used to protect yourself.
Officer fires and Bryant falls to the ground.
Hold on, let's see
the teen was later pronounced
critically important.
In the city was shot and killed by an officer. Officials in Columbus, Ohio.
So I want to show the video, and this is by CBS News, and they did a great job. And the reason I'm using this is because they will show the actual death of Miss Bryant, of Makiya Bryant. They don't show the death of her, so I use this video because out of respect and not to show. So this is by way of CBS in network. This is their This is the news of Makiya. This shows her the incident when it came up, and it gives a kind of detail of what actually happened. All right, here we go.
Camera footage from that police response, and we want to warn you, it's disturbing.
Officials in Columbus, Ohio released body camera footage just hours after a black teenager in the city was shot and killed by an officer. Columbus police say they were responding to a 911 caller who said someone was trying to stab them.
We think it's critically important to share as much information as possible.
Police say 16-year-old Michaela Bryant was trying to stab two people with a knife. The officer fires and Bryant falls to the ground. The teen was later pronounced dead at the hospital.
Deadly force can be used to protect yourself or the protection of a third person. So that is within the policy, and that was within the law. That is what the law says. Whether this.
All right, so let's start right there. So the teen. So when I saw that video, and I saw the other version, right? When I saw the initial version, I saw the version of it slowed down. I saw the different angles of it, Jay. I saw all those things. And when I saw that video, initially, when I saw it, I said, uh-oh. Some of these people, this ain't really the thing, you know. We should be out there marching and you know. When I saw a couple of things go down, I was like,
It's very unfortunate, man. It's very unfortunate.
Like Jay, that's why I love you on the show, because you definitely bring a heart where I can see it a little bit. Where I can see it, I'm serious. Like where I can see it a little bit heartless, and I can see a little bit like harsh. You bring a sensibility to it, and I appreciate that. I really appreciate that too. But go ahead, you were saying.
Yeah, it's man, it's very unfortunate, man. But what do you do? If you're the officer in that situation, put yourself in that officer's shoes. Not put yourself in that parent's shoes, the other parent of the child that was going to be stabbed.
And that's why I said you have to deal with it on a case by case basis. I have to deal with it on case cases. Now, this is what some of the people said. This is what one of the persons says. They said, but she is the one who made the 911 call because she was being threatened by a group of girls. I have not read that. Like, I've heard, this is what I've heard. I heard she was being bullied, but by the police reports, I have not read that she was being bullied. And often, now I'm not saying she was or she wasn't. I'm not saying that's correct or that's not correct. But often we develop our own narrative. That's why I want to say that narrative is important. We develop our own narrative because the narrative was totally incorrect. That's why I told y'all what's the dude that the guy that got shot in the back 7 times, right? What's his name? The guy that got shot in the back 7 times by the police officer and he didn't get charged. That's what I was telling people. I was like, yo, wait, chill out, sit down, wait. And so many people, especially my people, have had such. Jay, I know you're not 100% with me, so I don't know. I chime in when you're ready. All right? So many people have had so many bad experiences with police officers, right? So anything negative that comes out, they on it. You know what I'm saying? They attach themselves to it. They jump on that bandwagon, right? They jump on it like everybody's on the next bandwagon right now. They jump on that bandwagon and they ride that bandwagon and they attach themselves to it. So when it comes out to be like, I don't know about that, then it's hard for them to let go because they've attached themselves to it. They've attached themselves to it. And there was one brother today who was talking, and when I put it out, the first person, this young lady, she's always coming for me. So I don't feel no type of way. I still love her. I know sometimes with her it's just in good fun. But she said she's the one that called 911 and because she was being threatened by a group of girls who also was trying to stab her, right? Self-defense. So why would he shoot her 4 times in the chest? It doesn't take that many to shoot and to kill a 15-year-old girl. Listen to what she said, who's defending herself from her attackers. He made a wrong darn decision when others also had knives. Do you see how that narrative came out? Okay. None of that was in the police report. None of that was in the video. We saw nobody else in the knife but that one girl.
Right.
Did you see somebody else with a knife?
I didn't see any other knives. I didn't see any other weapons
No.
other than
The what she had and the police
the
officer's gun.
one. Yeah, that was it.
That was it. So where is this?
That's what
Where
I said.
is?
Like, and
Go ahead. Go
in
ahead.
that moment, what do you do in that moment?
What, Jay? Before we
Because
even
like all the officer, he's coming on the scene. He doesn't know what happened prior to. He's dealing with what's going on right now.
But Jay, this is the thing though. The thing is this. I get it. And let's take out before we even get to whether the officer was right or wrong, right? What I want my people to see is how important the narratives are, right?
Mm-hmm.
How important the narrative is. Whether the police officer is right or wrong, you gotta be factual when you're out here telling the narrative. And what happens is, and this is the issue. This is the issue with people now, and I got on my man Nucci today. I'm sorry, I ain't really call his name. But I got on Nucci today about this. The issue is when you're doing these narratives and they're false narratives, you're being disingenuous. And really, to be honest with you, when you're giving these false narratives like this, to be honest with you, yo, I know we had like 3 of them. It's 2 of me over there. All right, to be honest with you, when you're doing these false narratives like this, to be honest, you're sparking emotions, right, that could lead to something more detrimental. Remember I told you about the football? We're about to score the touchdown, and my emotions got involved and it cost us the game, right? So here we
Cost the
are.
whole team.
Right, it cost the whole team. So when you're out here giving out fake narratives and people get emotional and get upset, you could possibly be putting the whole advances that you've made towards the goal, you've pulled us back 15 yards because you gave a false narrative. Because guess what? Believe it or not, Jay, believe it or not, a lot of people are waiting for us to be wrong to be like, yeah, I told you that movement wasn't really right. The police officers are perfect. They just be overreacting. Agreed? So many people are waiting for us to mess up so they can go, yeah, I knew they wasn't right. I knew they was just overreacting.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to be careful that when we say something, how many times have you heard people say, oh, there they go and they playing the race card?
Plenty of times.
Right? Oh, there they go again. White people quick to be like, there they go again playing the race card. There they go again and playing the race card. They couldn't say that about George Floyd. You know why? Because they had an 8-minute, like you said, they had an 8-minute video where he said, please let me up, I can't breathe, for 8 minutes. So it's hard to be like, you know what, they playing the race card. And then they sit there mentally and say, yo, that's kind of messed up. When they was going on the bridge, when Martin Luther King made that march across that bridge, and they sit them dogs on, they put the water hose on them, and it was video of it. Even the most racist person, they was embarrassed because it was like, yo, this is inhumane. The general consensus was, this is not right. But when you have something that's questionable, when you turn in something that's questionable, when you turn in something that's not factual, right, Jay? When you turn something that's not factual, then you give the other side, the opposition, the opportunity to say, see, we told you they're just playing the race card. I told you I was coming in the way you weren't expecting. Then you give the opportunity to say, hey, I told y'all they were just making a much to do about nothing. It's unfortunate, but this is what happens a lot of time with my people. That's why we have to be factual. Tell Sean King to stop putting out here and looking for race bait to be the first one to say, I'm so, to be the first one to say, hey, I'm the first person to speak against this justice. I want to be the first to break this and bring awareness to this. Right? Tell all these people to stop trying to be the first one to say, hey, I want to be awareness to this without having all the facts. Because when you get out there and you bring awareness to something and it's wrong, guess who looks bad? The entire movement.
Mm-hmm.
The entire movement. And the oppositions, the ops are looking at you saying, I told y'all they lying. This ain't really how it is. They're not. They're false perpetuating situations, and they're being disingenuous. Cause the initial narrative was what? It's a 16-year-old girl. It's a 15-year-old girl, which is wrong, who was being bullied. She called the police out there, and the police shot her. They left out the fault. They left out the part where when the police arrived on the scene, nobody was fighting. They were talking. They left out the part where she came and she drew a knife and she tried to cut one girl that fell to the ground. Then she went to try to stab the other girl before she got shot. They left all that out. And I'm gonna tell y'all the Negro I really don't like in this situation. Y'all mad at the police officer? You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at the police officer in this situation. Y'all mad? Y'all a little bit upset at Makiya? I'm kind of mad at the decision she made, right? Because that cost her. And this is something that we have to teach our people. And this is something I need to... I shouldn't say this, Hush King. No, I'm going to say it. This is something I really got to say to my black women. You got to have accountability for your actions. I think this is really why the majority of the pushback I'm getting is not from black men. Black men are like, yeah, kind of like you did, Jay. When you finally saw the situation, he's like, what was your response?
Ooh. Yo.
Well, when you finally saw the video, what was your response? Well, seriously, what was your response?
This is not good.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not good. We are marching. What are we marching for? What are we protesting for? Why are we protesting? The situation is unfortunate, but why are we protesting?
Most men, listen to me now, most men saw that video and was like, I understand. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's unfortunate. I hate it happened. But kind of understand. Most women, especially black women, are saying, and men that grew up with only mothers, most... most women and only fan men, those are men that only grew up with mothers, only mothers men, right? Are the ones that said, oh, why did he shoot her? Other men that grew up with their fathers and other men that are men, right? That has some father figures and some male in their life, they're like, yeah, I kind of understand. But black women,
say only fan men?
Only fan men. They're only fan men. They only grew up with their mother. They only had their only fan mother. You know what I'm saying? The only fan men, right? The only fan man, the black women. You got the only fan man, right? I'm gonna explain what the only fan man is. The only fan man is the only fan man is the brother that grew up with his mother, and he never had a father figure that exerted strength as a man. You know what I'm saying? So when he sees the black, he's the quick one to say, protect black woman. He's the quick way when a black woman gets a certain energy and a man matches that energy, he's the first one to say, hey, protect black woman, right? Whereas men, we understand that we grew up with our fathers, and you know what I'm saying, most of us grew up with fathers in our homes. And I grew up with mother and father, so people don't understand. They definitely don't understand my dynamic because 69% of them, baby moms. But at the end of the day, so they definitely don't know my dynamic, right? Because I grew up with a father and a strong father and a strong mother in the house, right? So I saw how both of them navigated through that, right? And I saw that my dad had to compromise sometimes, my mother had to compromise sometimes, but it was always an order in there. Even in the compromise, there's always an order. So when you don't have that dynamic and you don't have that order, it's hard for you to understand. Because I say it all the time, Jay, this is going way left, but we're going to bring it. I say it all the time. Even I teach in the school system, right? And the young boys don't know how to interact with black men. They don't.
That's a lost art, bro.
Especially a strong black man, they don't know how to interact with them because they don't have to do it. They either got, they either interacting with their mother who tells them they're the man in the house at 8 years old, which is a big mistake. You put the pressure on that on an 8-year-old, right? You the man in the house. No, you not. I did that too. I made that mistake too until I got older and I got wiser and I understood that was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
He's 8. He's 12. He's 13. He's not a man. He's still a child. Why are you robbing him his childhood because you made a decision? Right?
Mm-hmm.
You and whoever y'all made your decision together. Now you're trying to rob a child of his childhood, and telling him he's the man of the house. He need to make sure the door is locked. He need to do. I understand you're trying to teach him responsibility, but listen, the first thing, and then what kills me. This is a whole nother show. We get to that show another time because I'm about to go. I was about to go in on that one, right?
You was about to go over there.
I was about to go way left. So that's a whole nother show. Who's the man of the house, right? So that's the name of the show. Who's the man of the house? That's gonna be a dynamic show. That's gonna be a crazy show, right? So at the end of the day, people adding private comments. That's hilarious. At the end of the day, they're only fan men. They didn't really have. They have a father. They had only their mother. You know what I'm saying?
They're only fan man. That is funny.
They're only funny. They didn't have their mother. They had their father. So and they be quick to jump to the aid of the black woman because they identify them as their mother. You know what I'm saying? So they had a man to have a dynamic where the man was really strong in the household. So a man talking strongly to a woman is that's rough. That's J-Rock. Hey, as it's coming. It is what it is, y'all. Y'all forgive me, but it's the truth. So when they haven't seen that dynamic of a man being strong with a woman and interacting in a woman from a dominant fashion, so they like, yo, what's this? Neither have they had their interaction themselves with a man that's dominant and interacting with them in a dominant fashion, so they don't know. So they do like the woman does. This is true story. So what happens is my students do like the woman does. They go when you assert yourself, they fight back at it. When you show your masculinity, it scares them. So all they know is you cornering them, so they're trying to strike back at you.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? And
right.
and because why? They've never seen that. They've never had an example of a strong man in his life. You know what I'm saying? They've never had that example. You know what I'm saying? The uncle is only mentoring. You know what I'm saying? The pastor, he's only there an hour and a half, 2 hours. So when he goes home, who's the dominant figure? The mother. So you can't talk back to your mom. You can't disrespect your mom. She's the dominant figure. You can't be strong with you get to, boy, you raising your tone at? Who you poking your chest at? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's all the interaction they see. Wow, we don't went way left. So let's go back. All right? That's all the interaction. We're gonna do that night. Who's the man? Who's the man of the house? That's the name of the show, Jay. Remember that. Who's the man? I think that's gonna be an amazing show.
That's gonna be a nice show.
That's gonna be a nice
show. We gotta
show.
bring in somebody else on that too.
Yeah, we gotta bring some females in on that one. Because I do want a female perspective. And if you're a female, you're listening, you want to time in, hit me up, inbox me, and we'll get you into the show. We'll listen to the King Joe Show. I'm here with my man, J-Rob, and I'm doing all this talking. J-Rob said, none of this, ladies, is all King. The only fan man is all King.
Look, go back and do your research.
The only fan man is all King, right? So
that is hilarious.
That's all
only
King.
Fan man.
The only fan man, because you know what? The only one he knows is the mother. Right, he only knows the woman. He doesn't know the man. I'm gonna say it. The interaction with young black boys and young black men are so rare. It's so rare that they don't even understand the dynamic. And it gets worse. That's why we have these young 16, 17. Ooh, I'm breaking it down tonight. That's why we have these young 16 and 17-year-olds killing each other. Because they don't even know how to interact with each other as becoming men. They don't know how to interact with each other when becoming men. So they quit to grab the heat because they think, oh, I'm batting in that corner. When really he's just coming at you with that energy as a man.
I'm about to say something.
Be careful, Jay.
I'm about to throw all of us under the bus.
Okay, let's go. Let's go get it.
Bro, our generation dropped the ball.
Oh, no doubt.
Including myself.
No doubt. I can't say I dropped the ball because I ain't had no kids. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
We did, man.
I agree. I don't disagree at all.
Yeah.
I don't disagree at all. That's real talk. I don't disagree at all. If you guys want to get on, thank you for listening to King Joe Show. We're gonna wrap this up real quick. So we get to this situation, man. We on a we don't went way left, Jay. I'm sorry, we went way left. I wasn't trying to go all left like that. But we get to a situation. I think I had a comment. Let me try to see what the comments are. We did have a comment. All right, so we get to a situation where the interaction happens, and like I said, when it comes, women are saying, "Oh, what's happening?" Because it's very women have been accustomed. I'm not just throwing off on black women. This is what it is. You got Karens. You know what I'm saying? And real talk, I'm not gonna say that. You know, but let's be honest, man. Black women take their cue from Karen. So they see Karen saying, feeling entitled and feeling this. They go, well, dog, protect the black woman. All because protect the black woman. You know what I'm saying? So that cue comes over from Karen. They hate Karen, but they kind of take it, you know, they see how Karen's moving. You know what I'm saying? They see how Karen's moving. So I'm not just throwing it on the black woman, but this is what happens, though. And I put on Facebook, I said, how many times, I said, the issues, the ones that are really playing something, y'all probably been one of the ones that pull a knife on somebody and live to tell about it. Or you did something so disrespectful that you didn't have any consequences. And you live to tell about it. Right? But the thing is, that's dangerous to teach our daughters. Right? That's dangerous to teach our sons. Because we were fortunate to get out of that situation. Doesn't mean our sons and daughters will be fortunate. Like you said, Jay, we dropped the ball. That doesn't mean that our sons and daughters will be fortunate to get out of these situations. So we have to stop this thing of non-accountability, and we have to take accountability of your actions.
Absolutely.
Even at 15 and 16. This young lady is dead at 16. That ain't cool. Nobody's happy about that.
Now, I got to bring this up, my man.
Go ahead.
Did he think, let me grab my taser first?
Go ahead.
Or just in the heat of the moment, did he say, okay, I got to stop this, and just grab his gun?
That's been a question, right? So that's been a question that a lot of people have been asking. That's been a question that a lot of people have been bringing to the forefront was, could he have grabbed the taser? Now, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you, I don't want to show the film that I saw, but I want to show you a picture, right? And this is the picture on Facebook that a lot of people were talking. And when I showed them this picture, they tried to they had to back up a little bit. They tried to back up a little bit. They had to backtrack a little bit. And these normally people that don't backtrack, you know what I'm saying? But when I showed the picture, right? When I showed them this picture, and I'm gonna show you the picture. When I showed them this picture here, see if I can do it. So when I showed this picture here, you know, because I had people talking about, hey, they're talking about, hey, he could have de-escalated the situation. You de-escalate this. You know what I'm saying? You de-escalate this.
Oh.
You de-escalate it. You de-escalate it. Now, this is after she had just tried to stab another girl. Now, I heard a friend, my man Jacob. I want to bring Jacob on. Jacob said, listen, man. He's like, I understand why people are upset. I understand. My camera just went out. I understand why people are upset. I really do understand it, right? I understand why people are mad and stuff like that. But he said, at the end of the day, you know, listen, if you pulling it, you ain't really pulling it. And I've heard that since I was interested in the gun, right? I know you've heard it too, Jay. If you got to pull it, man, you pulling it with the intent to kill somebody. And I was like, nah, man, I don't want to kill him. I just want to lay him down. They're like, no, Joe. If you pulling it, it's like, no. If you pull that thing, you pull that in with the end. If you gonna pull it, if it's to the point where you gotta pull that thing, you pulling it with the intent to put somebody out.
I'm telling you now. I'm not even that type of dude.
I'm not either.
But if I got to,
I'm not either.
I'm going home.
Right. You know what I'm saying? If I pull, and listen, Jay, if this was Jarissa in the pink, and you had the weapon, that's all I want to ask him. If this is your child in the pink, and you couldn't get there in time to stop it, and you already had the burner out, you already had the iron out. I go, hey, stop.
Nope,
Let me get the
I'm saving my child.
taser. Let me get the taser. Right? That's what y'all said. I heard, listen, man, I heard people. This is how stupid I heard people say. I heard people say, why he didn't shoot her in the hand and shoot the knife out of her hand? What is this, a movie?
And even at that, the hand is like right in the line
Of the girl.
the other young lady.
Why didn't you shoot the knife? Why didn't you shoot in the leg? So she still could go through with the stab. Why he didn't taste it? Do you not know how? What's the brother Brooks from Atlanta? They tased him. What happened?
He ate that and kept going.
Kept going and beat 2 police officers.
Yeah.
At the Wendy's. Didn't phase him. He kept going and beat 2 police officers. If you're at this point here, you've lost it. Would you agree?
Yeah.
If you're at this point here, right? If you're at, can y'all see me my cursor? If you're at this point here, you've lost it. You've lost it. If I'm at the point I got a knife and I done draw that thing back to kind of go ahead and eat you, listen, the consequences don't matter no more.
Yeah.
She knew the police was out there. Y'all said she called them. It didn't escalate till they got out there. Why y'all didn't tase her? No disrespect, she's a healthy young lady. Who's to say the taser hits? Who's to say the taser hits?
Yeah.
I don't see people try to taser and they miss.
I wouldn't want to be that officer, man.
I wouldn't. So you're in that situation, and that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. It's horrible. It's horrific. It's a problem. I hate that it happened. Right? I legitimately hate that it happened. But come on, man. If you're sitting here and this is your child, what are you going to do? Are you going to say freeze? You know what somebody said? Somebody said, one of my Facebook friends said, he said, one of my Facebook friends said, he said, hey, Jay, I want you to talk on this, Jay, because this is you. You weren't in that field. He said, in the jails, prisoners have shanks all the time. And they stop people from getting stabbed. How you feel about it?
They have shanks all the time, and they stop people from getting stabbed?
Yeah, they stop people from getting shanked.
How or when?
That's what he told me. They told me. They said prisoners have shanks in jail all the time. And they stop people from getting shanked.
Okay, what tactics are you using? Are you doing shakedowns before and getting the shanks? Confiscating them? Well, I would like to know.
Well, let me ask you something. Because how long were you a correctional officer?
Almost 5 years.
All right, 5 years, right? You heard of anyone ever get shanked while you were there?
Couple of times.
Couple times.
It wasn't like really serious though.
Okay, couple times. Right? Couple times, a couple of guys got shanked. Did you hear about it before the fact or after? I just want to know.
After the fact.
Have you ever heard of any instances of hearing about somebody get shanked before the fact? If you wasn't doing lockdown and you weren't doing searches and stuff.
Mm-mm.
Have you ever heard of somebody that said, "Hey man, so and so got shanked," and the guards didn't intervene, or the other inmates didn't intervene, right? The other inmates didn't intervene, and y'all were able to stop the person from getting shanked before the person got shanked.
Yeah, they're saying so and so got a shank. They're probably finna search the whole facility.
Right. But if they're there, if they're here, if they're at this point with the shank, anyway, y'all can stop that.
In a prison
Yes.
where I was working, there was no way to stop that unless you got 2 or 3 officers like right there. They're probably gonna catch a couple of cuts or a couple of stabs before we get there.
So
We had nothing but our hands and radios.
Okay, so somebody said that's what I'm just quoting what people told me. They said, "Hey, is it the prisoners all the time got shanks, and those security guards don't have guns, and they get the shanks out in the hand?" And I'm looking at them like, when? If they're here, yeah, you probably gonna get cut. Unless you Billy Blanks or Jackie Chan or you know what I'm saying? Some type of karate. You know what I'm saying? Was it Michael Jai? Was it White? Michael Jai right? Michael Jai White, right? Unless you Michael Jai White, you gonna get cut, bro. Unless one of the inmates intervene and gives the time for the guard to get there, you're going to it's going to be bad for you. Unless you can defend it yourself and hold off until the guards get there. That was ridiculous. This is what I say when people being disingenuous with stuff that they're saying.
Wow.
I be like, yeah, I never thought about that. Yeah, that's right. They have shanks in the prisons, and people don't get shanked. They stop the shanks. I'm like, when? Let it happen when nobody's intervening, and that person can't defend themselves. Does it look like this girl in the pink can defend herself right now?
Not at all.
It looks like she's bracing. Does she look like she's been aggressive right now? She's bracing. But I got people telling me, oh, they just shot that girl for no reason. He could have used a taser. Oh, if she was in jail all the time, they have shanks, but they don't die. Come on, man. Y'all gotta use common sense, bro.
It would have been nice if he could have used a taser. I don't know, man.
You don't, Jay. You don't use deadly. You don't fight deadly force with non-lethal force, right? You fight lethal force with lethal force, right? How we win wars is we have a bigger gun. We either have a bigger gun or we have a smarter gun, right? So either we're smarter and we have some type of strategy that wins, or we just point blank got a bigger gun, right?
Right.
World War II, guess what we had? We had the atomic bomb. They didn't. Guess who won? Boom, we did.
We won. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, they did Pearl Harbor and dropped them bombs on Pearl Harbor, and they was looking great. All right? Mm-hmm. Hiroshima and Nagasaki went down. It was nobody talking about. Listen, and this is what I said. It's becoming a feminist society because when that happened, when nobody saying, "Oh, we overreacted." Hey, drop that. Drop cruise bombs. Drop cruise bombs one time. Guess they drop. We're over.
That's it.
We surrender. It's over. What's the police right, Jake? I say yes. I say the police not only was right, I thought he was skillful, and I thought that he saved a person's life. Now, somebody said he was kind of reckless. I get them saying that because when he shot, but he definitely directed this situation. Now, this is why I say it wasn't racism. Because people want to say it was racism and because he was black. One of the people on my post, they said because she was black, it definitely played a role, right? And this is why I disagree with them totally. This is why. You ready? Because when the racism, he told the other black girl to get out the way. And he only struck the person that was the aggressor with the knife. And he shot that thing on point. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't hit.
He did what he was trained to do.
It did what he was trained. That was center mass. We taking it. Mm-hmm. Nobody else got hit. That was skill. I might have shot. The other girl might would have got hit. The car window might would have got hit. The mailbox out the street might would have got hit. Hey, nothing else. I mean, the window shattered. Nothing. It was straight pop, 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 pop. 4 shots. Hey, sad, but I'm like, hey man, that was skill, and he saved somebody's life. But I'm gonna tell you the nigga I'm mad at. Can I show this? Can I show you?
Been waiting on this.
I've
been waiting on this.
I'm gonna show you the Negro I don't like. I want to show you the initial cam because some of y'all hadn't seen this footage, so let me show you the real footage, right? And I'm gonna try not to show. Well, you're gonna have to see it. So this is graphic. I want to warn you guys that this is graphic. No disrespect intended for the family or anything like that. I just want to show you guys the real footage, okay? And I'm gonna show you the cat that I'm ticked off at. All right, you ready, Jay? I'm gonna show you.
Turning now to the protest in Columbus, Ohio, after police released body cam footage showing an officer shooting a teenager who had a knife. NBC's Stephanie Gosk has.
Now to that deadly police shooting in Columbus.
I don't want the news. Okay, this is the one I want to show. This is him coming on the scene. I want to show the woman. Let me do it in slow motion. It's the one. It's the cam in slow mo. Because this is the one. This is when I say I legitimately try to find the most all the angles and everything of the whole thing. Now this is what the police officer showed. This is from the actual police cam. Now if you watched it, they showed it in real time, right? They showed it in real time. Then they turned around and showed it in slow motion. Okay. All right. They showed it in real time. Then they turned and showed it in slow motion.
911. Where's your emergency?
So this is the entire video. We're gonna go ahead and show it. Here it is. I want you guys to watch it.
It's 3171. Lead your way.
Is there an apartment number letter? What's going on?
This is the 911 call.
The
Ma'am, you need
address
to talk to me.
It's 3171. We got these grown girls over here trying to fight us, trying to stab us, trying to put our hands on our grandma. Get here now.
Have you seen any weapons? Ma'am, do you see any weapons?
We need a police officer here now.
Do you see any weapons?
Police officer now.
Ma'am, do you see any weapons?
On the dog trying to hear us. No!
What's the address of your emergency?
It's on Legion Lane.
What's the emergency there?
Oh, well, never mind. The police are already out here. Never mind. Thank you.
So they're outside.
What's going on? Hey, what's going on? Hey, 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 get down, get down, get down, get down.
No, you ain't shoot my fucking baby. You shot my baby. Are you fucking serious?
Now, that happened so fast. Now, let's rewind. I want to show you something.
Hey, get down, get down, get down.
I want to see that dude right there. You see him?
No, you ain't shoot my fucking baby.
Now, did you see him, Jay?
Yeah, he kicked the young lady.
All right, now.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
So I want let's.
It's on Legion Lane. Oh, well, never mind.
Now,
The police are already out.
he was
Never
not
mind.
trying to stop this.
Hey,
stop it. Pause right
what's going on?
here.
Hey, what's going on?
All right, now look right here. They're talking. Look, they're talking. Look who is the aggressor. Is it the tall lady? Or the police officer is there. The girl in the pink is talking to the police officer. Right? You see? Do you see this, Jay?
Right.
All right. The girl in the pink is talking to the police officer. Look what happens. Everybody's talking. They're over here by the car. The girl in the pink is talking to the police officer. Watch what happens. Look who's two over here. The guy with the hood. Look at the guy with the gray hood right there. He could have stopped it right there. This the Negro I'm mad at right here. That's him. Because he could have stopped it right there. This guy. Oh, man, I wish my screen could go up. This guy right here with the gray hoodie. You see him? See the two girls interacting right here? He could have grabbed her right there. But instead, watch what happens. Let's move on.
Hey.
Now she has a knife and she's trying to stab the other girl. Let's go back. Let's go forward a little bit. The girl falls, right? Now watch what the dude in the gray does. This is Makiya trying to stab the other girl. Watch what the dude in the gray does. Watch him again.
Hey, get down.
Now, he didn't grab Makiya. Look what he's trying to do. He's trying to kick the other girl who's on the ground. He could have stopped it twice. He could have stopped it twice. Would you agree?
I agree. And the girl in the pink was not even an aggressor.
She was not. She was chilling. She was talking to the officer.
Like I said, the officer had to react to what was happening at the time. He came on the scene. He doesn't know what transpired before.
So a lot of women be like, well, you always talk about the black woman. No, it was this trash black dude right here. This guy right here. I hope he gets charged too. Because he's just as much as culpable for the death of this young lady. And then watch his reaction. Watch what happens now. Watch. After she shot, watch his reaction. Watch. Watch as he's walking. Watch as he fussing at the police officer.
Damn, are you stupid? That's my fucking kid.
Now she's a kid. Now look at what he's doing. He going to check on her. Look where he's going.
I'm telling you now. That shouldn't even you come on fucking trying to
Gone.
What do you need me to do?
Gone. He didn't go check on her. If that was somebody I love, I'm on the ground with him like, man, what did you do?
Right.
I'm holding the baby. Stay with me. He bounced.
That's tough, man.
But y'all don't see that. Y'all don't pay attention. Y'all don't see that. Soon as it went left, he's a perpetrator. He's sitting up here trying instigating the situation, kicking the girl while she down, and as soon as she's shot, he's out. Could have stopped it twice. Could have grabbed her twice and said, girl, the police here. But we don't look at that. We just want to look at the police officer. We don't look at that. We don't look at that's the joke I don't like. That's the one for me. That's the one for me. Sure, do you again. I couldn't believe it. I was sitting here watching this video. I was like, yo, he could stop her. He could stop her twice.
Yeah.
He could have broke it up. But he's look how he's standing. Standing there with his arms up. Look at that. Surrender. Sit here. Look, he's over there. Could stopped it in, grabbed it in. Can y'all see? He could have grabbed it in. Nobody's throwing any punches. He could say, go inside, girl. I'm an adult. It's a mother. Look at the other girl. It's another big girl over there, too. We sit there saying it takes a village to raise our children, right? That's what we say, Jamie. Isn't that what they say?
Mm-hmm.
But you wasn't outraged to stop it. You wasn't outraged to say, hey, them little kids, let me jump in and be a man and be like, hey, man, y'all chill. Y'all go through me. Y'all go home.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't do nothing. But tried to kick a girl when everything done escalate. Watch how quick it escalates.
Hey,
Boom.
hey,
Wait.
get down, get
Pause.
down,
Pause
get
right
down,
now.
get
Look,
down.
you saw it?
No, you ain't shoot my fucking baby.
Never mind, thank you.
You see that?
Hey. What's going on? Hey, what's going on? Hey,
Now she's going.
Hey,
Hold on, see if I
down,
can pause it
get
right
down,
there. Right
get
here,
down,
right here.
get
Right
down.
there. You see him? Right there. Hold on. He thought he had got shot. So
Get down, get down.
Police
Get down,
said, get down.
Get down.
He thought, look, he's kicking. I'm a little slow on my thing here. I'm trying to catch it dead at the kick.
Hey.
Right. Hold on.
Hey,
The police officer, hey, y'all
down,
stop. Now look, he didn't grab her. He didn't grab her. He could have grabbed her. He could have grabbed her. There she is right there. Grab her. Tackle her. Tackle her. You ain't do that. You know what you did? Some punk stuff.
Yeah.
Look at him. This is what you did, some punk stuff. You kicking the girl. Now that's when she got shot. Oh, that's my girl. That's my girl. But you did some punk stuff, bro. Look at him. Look at it. You see it, Jay?
Yeah, man.
Grab her. Why you worried about the girl that's on the ground? She on the ground. She's not a threat.
Get down.
Look, he missed. He's kicking. And look, now she's attacking another girl. He's kicking her.
The whole time, we're not even thinking. The officer has a job to do.
Right. You up here trying to kick. You going after the other girl in front of the police officer who has his weapon drawn. And you don't have no rationale to be like, you know what, we need to chill. We need to fall back. Let me grab my girl. Now watch what after she gets shot. Oh, you killed my girl. You killed. Bro, you had 3 opportunities to grab her, including right now, but you're too worried trying to kick a child. And I got people talking about, oh, they should have used voice on her. They should. Where was he? Where is the male leadership, the black man leadership that we have to have? King, there you go, man. You go put it back on the black folks. Yes, because guess what? If you grabbed her from the beginning, you grabbed her here, and you grabbed her before she got here, she's trying to stab somebody, then maybe everybody's alive. She probably still gets arrested because she got a deadly weapon. That's assault with a deadly weapon.
Right. But she's alive.
But she's alive.
And she can live to tell her story.
She's alive. But rather than you do that, what do? You're trying to kick a woman who's down on the ground. You, my sir, are trash. you lost it, bro. Nobody else's fault. That's the person for me. That's the person that for me that is just absolutely. I don't understand. I don't understand. You get what I'm saying? I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as she's shot, watch what happens. He's nowhere to be found. I had your back, bro. I had your back until somebody dies and it's like, oh, I'm out. Now she's shot. Now he wants to say, now she's shot, and he wants to go.
She had a knife. She just went at her.
She's a fucking kid, man. Damn, are you stupid? A fucking kid? Hold on. I told you. Oh, y'all motherfuckers can forget the yeah, I'm on my tear. I'm telling you now. That shouldn't even matter. You come here and fucking try to out.
All right, what do you need me to do?
People get so upset at me about weight. Sometimes some of the stuff I say in it be like is really inflammatory, right? It's really inflammatory. Jay, I just look at all the situation. I look at the total. I look at the total up and down, man. And I look. I tell my wife all the time. I say, yo, we can't be reactive. We have to be proactive.
As men, we have to be. It's imperative.
We have to be proactive. You're the only man there. She shot on the ground, and now he said, "Oh, that's a child." But why you wasn't treating her like a child before this all went down? You're right. She's 16, and as a man, you should have some type of authority. They were like, "Hey, man, y'all stop this." Listen, man. Listen. I wish some girls would show up in my house and try to start something with my stepdaughter. It's gonna be a quick solution. It's gonna be quick. Like, man, if y'all get off my property, I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to get off my property.
That's all you got.
That's all you got. You got 10 seconds to get off my property. Well, we ain't going nowhere. We live in Georgia, though. We live in a different state. You know what I'm saying? We live in a different state. And then somebody tries to say, well, she was only 15. She was 16. Now, but she's 16. Listen, man, I work with kids. You work with kids too, right? Jay?
Not anymore.
But I'm saying, but you have. You've worked with kids before, right?
I did. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I work with kids. Listen, I've seen 13, and then I've seen 13. I've seen 13-year-olds wreck stuff.
Listen.
I seen 13-year-old girls wreck stuff. Wreck it. I've seen 13, 14-year-old boys almost kill each other. I remember we had a fight. I was at communities and schools, and we was out playing basketball, and we had a fight. And this is funny because I was like, man, them two little boys ain't doing nothing. So I went to go break up the fight, and I was like, oh snap! I had to use my man strength. I was like, whoa, because I can't. I was like, yo, all right, cool, chill, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I wasn't trying to be rough with him or nothing like that, and I had to be like, yo. I had one down, and the other was still trying to kick the other one, and I was like, man, wait. They was like, Mr. Jordan, your big self, you couldn't hold him too little. I like, listen, man, that boy's going.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? I like, yo, the way, listen, because the truth of the matter was, though, if I really, really would have asserted myself and my strength, I would have got in trouble.
Right.
If I really wouldn't have went hard, I would have got arrested. The parents would have been mad at me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The parents would have been mad. And you know what happened? It would be the same thing that happened with, that's a child. Why you treat a child like that? But y'all, they can kill each other.
Yeah.
They can go to these
And in
streets.
the heat of the moment, they don't even realize it.
They don't realize. Listen, man, their music is so detrimental to them that we allow them to listen to. They think it's fine that they shot somebody.
Mm-hmm.
They think it's, oh, he ran up on me, shot him. Right. They think it's fun.
Yeah.
Listen, my 8th grade, you know, I teach media arts in school. My 8th grade sent the song, and it was bar after bar, gun bar after gun bar, worse than what you hear on the when they're up there battling. And I said, yo, mom, let you listen to this? Yeah. She let me listen to the clean version.
The
What
clean
clean
version?
version? What clean version? That was the clean version?
Oh man.
It's what, now don't get twisted. We had explicit music too. I was listening to some the other day. I'm like, dang, we just got a bad too. You know what I'm saying? But
But it was different though.
it was, the energy was different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These kids walk around walking depressions. they need therapy. They walking depressions, bro. They walking depressions.
Well, I mean, what do you do when you got
They walking
come for some of
depressions.
these? What do you do when you got to do with an AK and a dress on
Man,
with dreads?
Man, we ain't on talk.
We're gonna let that. Okay, all right.
We on YouTube. We ain't on Facebook no more. Okay.
My bad, man.
I'm just saying it's real. That's the confusion that we have.
Yeah.
That's the confusion. You hit it on the head. Every song. Listen, man. Every song they sent to me, we was doing that. We're doing our radio station, right, for the school. Every song that first day, from 6th grade to 8th grade, I had. And I'm talking about out of maybe 30 songs, I had maybe 2 to 3 that I could play on the radio station. 2 to 3. One was a Christian hip hop song. The other one was a pop, and I think one was a techno EDM song that had no lyrics. Right, that's all it was. And those are the only 3 songs I could choose to be on the radio station. Everything else, it's like, well, you can play the clean version. I'm like, no, they don't leave anything to the imagination. I know exactly what they about to say. I know exactly what they about to say. Like, it's nothing. You know, gotta keep my strap. And that's what they doing. They keeping their strap on their side. That's what
That's
they doing.
crazy, man.
They staying in the gangs. A man tried to speak to him today. This is a true story. I was at school today. This boy, he kept talking. I kept telling him to be quiet in class, right? He wasn't even my student. I was sitting in for someone else, right? And I kept on saying, "Yo, man, be quiet, man. Like, hush, hush." So I was like, "Well, listen, man. You got headphones. You already in remediation. You got headphones. Put your headphones on, man. And get the work done. I gotta teach another class, right?" So we get through the class, and I'm right when I'm about to like go in. The teacher shows up to take them out. So everybody's walking out. I said, "Hey, you stay with me." Everybody's walking out of class. I said, "Hey, you stay with me. Let me holler at you." He stayed. He was scared. He was scared. I said, "You stay with me. Let me holler at you." He was scared. The girls would not leave. Was just saying like, I was like, "He okay? Go." The girls was like, "Miss Joe, we don't want to go." "No, go. Y'all go. Y'all teach out there. Go. I need to talk to him." The girls was like, "Oh, we don't want to go. He gonna get in trouble." Go.
We need to have a man-to-man conversation.
Right. I need to talk to him. Right. This is a true story. Happened today at 8:45 this morning. I pulled him to the side and I said, bro, I listened to you talk. I said, you way too intelligent to be in remediation. I said, who's your mother? He told me who his mother. I need to call his mom. I said, listen, who's your mother? He told me who his mother was. I said, I think I know your mother. I said, bro, you way too smart to be in remediation, bro. Why are you here? I said, you know you're too smart to be here? He said, yeah, I do. I said, why you playing? I said, you play sports? Yeah, I'm football. I'm good. I said, bro, if you ain't getting the grades, you ain't playing. I played with the travel team. Yo, this is junior high. And you just middle school. You want to play with the school team, so that set you up for high school. Now high school set you up for college. Then college hopefully set you up for pros. Right? I said, bro, I said, you can't be up here acting a fool. I said, how many times I tell you to hush? Bro looked like he's about to cry. I'm like, no, wait. I'm not coming for you. I want to encourage you that you can do better than what you're doing. I want you to make it. I want you to make it. Get your work done, get out of remediation, and get what you need to get done. You got me? You with me? Yes, sir. I ain't hear you, bro. You with me? Can you do that? I put a little baseball. Can you do that? Yes, sir. All right. Then get it done, sir. I said, every time you see me, when you see me in the hallway, speak to me. How you doing, Mr. Jordan? I'm going to speak to you. Is it okay? All right, pound. Chest stuck up a little bit more. Chest stuck up a little bit more. Maybe when it's got in trouble in the next class. I don't know. I don't know. But I could tell that he was terrified of a man bringing a certain energy to him, even though my energy wasn't combative. My energy was like, yo, as a man, this is how I'm going to talk to you. I'm not going to talk to you like the girls are, oh, what? No, you go. As a young man, this is how I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to bring this certain energy out of you, because when you get in these streets, they're going to bring worse energy at that. Dude, you got to deal with racism. Listen to me now. Listen, we got to deal with racism. You got to deal, after you deal with racism, if you make it past that, you got to deal with other black people that's going to hate you and try to kill you, put you down, right? You got to deal, if you make it past that and get old enough to that, then you got to deal with your kids and them dealing with racism and other people that's trying to kill them and put them down, right? If you make it past that, right? If you make it past that, then you got to deal with retirement and maybe some old folks home that the old folks try to kill you and racism is the people try to put you down. All right? And if you made it past that, then you got judgment with God, right? You hope you did it right, so you got judgment with God, so you can see if you get into heaven or go to hell, right? So you got this whole thing right here is a stack against you. You got to G up, bro. Because this is the honest to God truth. And this is to my man. Y'all thought I was going to talk about the girl tonight. That's sad, bro. Like, that hurt me to even talk about it. But what hurts me even more, where it was a black man on the scene, and he did absolutely nothing but add to the trauma. That disappointed me more than her actions, and her actions was amazingly I mean, her actions was just, I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Amazingly disappointing, right? But you had a man there, and we know he's a man because he said, what did he say when the police shot him? Was his first sentiments? She's just a child.
She's just a child, yeah.
Ain't another child gonna say that. Only a grown person's gonna say that. That's all I've been hearing all day for grown people. She's just a child. She was just a child. So that means to tell me you had some seniority on her, and you did nothing but add to it. As a black man, we can't do that. We got to be the ones to stand up and take. Sometimes you might have to take a hit. Sometimes you might have to take a hit. Sometimes you might have to take. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might have to. I tell her, listen, it's not fair for us anyway. You get your mind right. As brothers, it's not fair for us anyway. We don't get child support. We don't get government. We don't get financial. This is the most. Hey man, listen. I've seen some brothers making moves with what they get right now. This is the most help they ever got in their life financially. The PPP is blessing some brothers that never been blessed before. I'm waiting on mine to hit. Right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? These are financial blessings we ain't probably ever got. Or we ain't got it a lot. You know what I'm saying? We had to, Jay, you had to fight yourself out the mud. Am I lying?
With no shovel.
Out the mud. I know that for a fact. I know recently I had to fight myself out the mud when nobody trying to give me a hands up on my wife.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody else was like, yo, man, you grown. My mom and dad gone. I can't call them and say, hey, can I borrow some money? I took full advantage while they was alive, though. I took full advantage while they alive. But they go, I can't call them and say, hey, can I borrow, let me borrow $100, let me borrow $200, let me borrow $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
It's by the grace of God. I come home. The only person I lean on is my wife. I got some friends that'll come through. They be like, hey, man, what you need? You hurting, Joe? You know what I'm saying? And God has sent it. And then I have strangers. I had one dude hit me up and just sent me money. Just because he heard a show like this tonight.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, guys. We have to be the example. We don't, listen, man, we don't have a lot of, I know black women say they're the most misused and abused and everything. Hey, man, you ask them that until you just start asking them questions about, hey, man, who really be helping you with your finances? Oh, we get government. No, hush, King. All right. So, who really be paying them bills?
Hang up, bud, man.
I know. Don't hit it yet. Don't hit it yet. Yeah, who really be helping them kids out? Well, we did take out my dad on. We did take out the baby daddy on. You got to do something. That's real cool. But we both have to get out of the mud, babe. We both got to get out of the mud. So I think this is an eye-opener, especially for black women, because they're not used to seeing that. Who's the black girl in Baltimore that got shot? I forgot her name. Scott. I think her name is Scott. If I'm not mistaken. Lord, forgive me if her name was wrong. Her name escapes me right now. But she's another one. They was shot. It was like, wait a minute, that's a black woman. Protect black women. I would give him this one. The black man didn't protect him this time. But it wasn't the police officer's fault. He could have protected. He could have took that. He could say, hey, man, you need to go inside. Y'all girls need to get off this property. Y'all need to go home. Police is on the way. Matter of fact, nobody said, hey, there go the police right there. Jay, last words. I'm putting that thought in his head. He trying to think of what he gonna say right now. I got that thought in his head. I can tell. Are you speaking? Oh, your mic is muted. Your mic is muted. Yeah, I'll mute your mic. It did it to you again? It did it to you again? That's hilariously funny. That's hilariously funny. Yo, we thank y'all, man. Jay, just wave. Wave, peace out up. Yo, we thank y'all for joining the show tonight. Man, listen. It's up to us, man. We got to be together. Sad situations, but we got to make sure our narratives are right. We got to make sure we stand up in the gap for our young people, man. That's our young people. We're losing our young people. And that's something we definitely got to do. We got to stand in the gap for our young people. And be the ones to do what we got to do to make sure that everything is okay? So, yo, to my man Jay, did you try to hit the mute button? Let me see if I can unmute you. No, it says. All right, I muted the guest. Let me see if I can unmute you. Guest says muted. He says you muted yourself again. Is it a mute button on there on your screen? See, I read it the spaceship, so I don't know. Like, there's no mute button on your screen. Tap your screen twice. Tap your screen twice. And make sure the volume button is put up. Try the volume button on the side. See if that works. We got to figure out why we keep getting muted in this thing. I think every guest that I've had on has been muted. Every guest. Yo, we love you guys. Hey, man, let's do a fun show next time. We're going to do a fun show. I think we've been real heavy. So I want to do a fun show next show. Just so we can laugh and kind of trip out about You know what I'm saying? Listen, our people, man, we had a great victory this week. Then it seemed like we had a distraction. Steph Curry 11-game 30-point streak with snap after he dropped only 18 against the Wizards. Steph Curry out there putting in work, though. Chef is out there putting in work. Yo, man, we hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure you guys subscribe. Shout out to my man J-Rod right now, who's muted. He can't say anything. I feel bad, bro. I feel bad. To everybody else, man, y'all have a great, great night. We'll see you guys. I don't know. It'll probably be, what we said it'll probably be tomorrow or maybe Friday. So tomorrow, Jason, tomorrow we got to cover something fun for tomorrow night. We'll not be so serious, but I don't know. We might do a part 2. I know Torn want to get on it. Paul might come on tomorrow. He wanted to come tonight, but he had to work. So we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. All right. So you guys be good. I got beats for days. You guys be fantastic. We'll holler at you guys tomorrow. To my man, to my co-partner, man, my co-host J-Rob, Twan in his absent. Man, might get on some scripture tomorrow. Talk about bullying in the Bible tomorrow. There's some bullying going on in the Bible tomorrow too. So might talk about some bullies. We're gonna deal with bullies tomorrow. We're gonna get bullies in scripture. I want to talk about tonight. Dealing with Jesus dealt with bullies and how Joseph dealt with bullies. We're gonna go Old Testament, New Testament. So we're gonna deal with that. We're gonna deal with how we deal with bullies. All right. So y'all be blessed. Y'all have a great day. And we'll holler at y'all. Y'all be blessed. Y'all know who it is, man. It's Katie, J-Rob. It's King George Show. Peace. Thanks, man.